What's up, YouTube? It's Eric, a Lions fan. Thanks for clicking on this video. Last night I went to my buddy's house. All of them were Michigan State fans. I was the only Michigan fan there. Michigan ends up on the short end of the stick at 75-63. A couple of things that I'm not necessarily happy about by the Michigan standards, but first off, I want to take a real quick jab at the officiating crew. I thought the officiating crew was poor, as per usual for any Michigan or not any Michigan game, any Big Ten game, kind of more or less. The officiating's crap, and yet the league doesn't do really anything about it. I think that they're just kind of ho-hum. They kind of think that everyone's going to bitch and complain about it. But in a championship game like this one, where it was a share of the Big Ten championship, I mean, the officiating has to be much better than what it was today. The reason I say that is because the free throws. 30 for Michigan State, 7 for Michigan. Now, I realize Michigan is a three-point team, and they kind of live and die by the three-point shot, which they didn't really do all that great in the second half on. But still, you got to know the situation that's going on right now. There was too many ticky-tack calls, too many phantom calls, I think, too, both for Michigan and Michigan State, because it was a tale of two halves, really. Michigan State kind of, at least to me, kind of perceived to have quite a bit of the calls, and in the second half, it was the other way, and Michigan had all the bad calls and all the fouls against them, too. I mean, there's something really going on there that, I'm not saying there's a conspiracy or anything going on, but the league just does not tell their officiating crew, to do a better job. That's all more or less, that's all I'm really wanting to know. When you see a big disparity like that, 30 free throws, attempts for Michigan State, and 7 only for Michigan, I think something might be up. But it's something that the fans are really going to bitch and complain about, and it's never going to get resolved. So I'm probably just sitting here wasting my breath and wasting your guys' time on it. But anyway, I really wanted to come out with that. I really thought the officiating was really poor. Oh God, I can't even pronounce this kid's name. Is it Brzezikis? I don't know. The one kid that had 20 points on there. I should probably know his name by now. Yeah, but I'm bad with names as it is. He had 20 points. Poole had 15. And then Simpson, who's the leader on the team and who usually scores, only had 6 points. That was really the telltale of the game. Really couldn't get into rhythm. Any kind of shot that he got and drove in there seemed to get blocked. Michigan State did have 8 blocks in the game, so it kind of probably demoralized him a little bit, trying to go into the lane and get your shot blocked every time, and probably also getting fouls, and then no fouls are getting called here either. Another big thing, any John Beilein team, since I've been watching Michigan, they do not rebound on the offensive side of the ball, and I do not understand why. Only had 4 out of the 20 that they had, 4 offensive rebounds. That is bullshit. I look at John Beilein and kind of blame him there at that point. This team has never been a very good offensive rebounding team. It's kind of like one shot, and then he does head back on defense. No one goes up and crowds the ball to get the rebounds. Now, as you all well know, Michigan State is a hell of a good rebounding team. That's one of the reasons why they won tonight, because they crashed both the defensive and the offensive side of the ball. There was a 25 rebounding advantage towards Michigan State. That's I don't want to say that's the reason that they won, but that's one of the reasons why they won. If you're not getting second chance shots, and if you're kind of hanging out by the three-point line, the free throw line, hoping the ball's going to pop back out that way, that's a losing proposition. I'm just saying, that's kind of one of the big criticisms I have with John Beilein. He must get better at rebounding the basketball, especially on the offensive side of the ball. But really, other than that, I mean, it was more or less a tale of two halves, really. Michigan State got a bunch of fouls on them. Michigan was kind of on fire here real quick. They only had 50% free throw shooting, but they didn't have any free throw attempts at the half, and then they only had 7 throughout the whole entire game. And then when the second half came around, bingo, you had Michigan State being on fire. They really couldn't do anything wrong. And then Michigan was sitting there kind of scratching their heads, kind of doing, what do we have to do to win the game and to get to the free throw line? But Michigan is a team that lives and dies by the three-point shot too. And that's the kind of the game you're going to play when you're in those types of games. But Big Ten officiating, I don't care where it's at, must get better, especially in a game like that where it's going to tie or it's going to determine who's your co-Big Ten champion. You didn't see that in the earlier game against Duke and North Carolina. The refereeing, I thought, was actually pretty good in that game. You have the disparity at the free throw line, which again kind of goes towards the officiating. You have the rebounding there. That's a big thing of mine for John Beilein. He has to get better, must get better at offensive rebounds. It seems like one shot and you're back on defense. I'm gonna start ranting here if I don't do that. And the big thing is Simpson not getting in any type of groove, only having 6 points. And it kind of is what it is, guys. Michigan State kind of hung around there. That's the reason why they won. So I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm a little bit salty, yeah, because of the officiating. I think the officiating in the Big Ten has always been shit. And then when you get to the NCAA tournament, it kind of everything seems to be fine, and they kind of call the game how it really should. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Please consider hitting that subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell notification so you guys get more videos just like this one. Guys, the time change has got me messed up. It's probably past noon now, so I got stuff to do. I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Hope to see you guys again soon. Deuces. Take care, guys.